What is up, everybody? Josh here again, and today we have a new Once Human video for you. Today we're going to be going over an advanced setup for purified water and how you can get over 5,500 purified water every 24 hours. Let's get into it, shall we? So our last video focused on the lowest tier, which was the water catchers, the compact water filters, and of course storage for that. This time we're going to hit O and go to our memetics and show you a more advanced build. This is a much faster way to get purified water whenever you're a more advanced character. We're going to head over to logistics in your memetics, and we're going to go down to what we see, water pumps. So we're going to start off, we've already had all these unlocked. We're still going to be using water storage, which is still valuable, but we're going to be using the water pumps, the irrigation. We're going to show you how to set that up, and we're also going to be using the reverse osmosis purifiers. This purifier does require you to be level 5, the enlightened stage, for you to be able to use it, and you just have to be 3 ascendants for the water pumps and 4 for the irrigation. So you have to have enough memetics and points to go into that to do what we're doing here today. Well, let's go over a few basics first as far as what everything costs, and then we're going to show you how to set this up right here. So the first item we're going to look at is underneath production processing, and it's going to be your water pump. It does require steel ingots, carbon fiber fabric, refined parts, standard parts, and electronic parts. Next up, we have the osmosis water purifier. Requires 10 power for it to run, and it requires electronic part, automatic part, adhesive, metal scraps, rubber, and tungsten ingots for you to craft at. So it is a very, very high level item currently in the game. And under storage facility and storage, we just got the water tank here. A few of those, you can use one if you want or more. You probably want to store a bunch of water, so you can use a few water tanks and daisy chain them together. And those take logs, adhesive, and metal scraps to craft those. So the idea behind this is to gravity feed your water pumps into your osmosis filter and then store the result. And we're going to hit B as in boy to bring up our build menu, and then we're going to hit tittle, which is next to your 1 above tab, and that's going to let us free place and free move around so we can place stuff in the world and show you how to do this. So these water pumps are elevated above the osmosis filters because we're going to be gravity feeding them into the osmosis filters. The water pumps themselves will pump water into the purifiers only if they are gravity fed. Now you could do water pumps, which are these little things right here, and we're going to show you how those actually work here very shortly. If you want to, you could just straight up pump water straight out of the ground. You could be in a river like that over there. It doesn't really matter. It seems like it's the exact same yield. You get about 24 dirty water per water pump per 5 minutes. And we're going to go ahead and place the pumps. Let me show you how to do so. We're going to select a water pump here, and whenever you go to place a water pump, you're going to notice that you only get it at a ground level. So there is a way to change that. And if you hit C, it brings your view down. If you hit space, it raises your view. So you can actually raise hitting space like that and hitting C until you get it to green, and that's as tall as that water pump will go. And that will place a water pump higher than your filter here. So you can just gravity feed it straight to your filter. You're going to have to connect it to any kind of power source. We have a bunch of biofuel generators going here. It's cheap, they're effective, and they work. You know, they're not too awful bad. You can use whatever kind of power source you can generate, but that's what we're using in this setup. We're going to connect it to another pump here just so it's working, and we're going to hit V as in Victor and connect it to this pump. I like to split the 4 pumps. We have 5 on this side now, but 4 pumps on one filter, 4 pumps on another, and having 2 osmosis filters. And as you can see, the water is flowing down. You can see with the little indicator there on the water lines, the water's flowing down to your osmosis water purifier. And then of course it's flowing from the purifier whenever it purifies water into the storage tanks, which is all connected to this single one right here in the middle. When you come to the osmosis purifier, you're going to notice that there is dirty water all throughout here. You want to kind of have as much dirty water as you can, because every single slot is a chance for you to make 1 purified water per minute. So we're going to see that the purified water timer is going to run out right here. We'll get 4 purified water, and then it's going to take it just 2 from each one of those, and then those are going to auto fill back up with the storage from the water tanks over here. And then this purified water is going into these tanks to the left here. So every minute per osmosis water purifier, you are getting 4. So we're getting 8 purified water here with 2 osmosis purifiers. So 8 purified water is now being dumped into the middle here, where all the rest of our purified water is. Looks like this one is full. That's why I have multiple tanks, and this one's filling up now. So if this one's full, it will automatically fill up to the very middle one here, and then it'll fill up any other residual tanks left or right. See, this one's filling up as well. And it's just going to completely fill up with purified water, and then you can take your purified water and use it for whatever you want to use it for. You can use it for farming, you can use it for acid, you can use it for making activators, whatever you're going to use your purified water for. Every hour, this is going to make 480 purified water and 5,760 purified water per 24 hours in real life, which is a decent amount of purified water that you can get in just a single day. And this can run 24/7 depending on your power source. If you have generators like this set up, it's going to run until the generators run out. If you have the more advanced generators that run off of pollution, then you probably don't want to be in that area. Then you'll be farming acid at this point. And of course, at that point, you can then ramp it up or down based on what you want. You can add more pumps to this. You can subtract pumps from this. You can add more osmosis purifiers or whatever you want to add as well. On top of this, we're just trying to show you the basic design on how to get the maximum amount of purified water per 24-hour period. Now you may be saying, Josh, now I have all this purified water, and what can I do with it? So you could pump it to different areas of your base and use the other water pump. You use the wall water pump, and that is under function, facility, and water pump. Requires 1 electricity to run. Now this water pump is always going to use gravity or go against gravity. So you want to actually put the water pump higher than the container that you are feeding it from. So we're going to go ahead and feed this water pump over here to the wall here and hook it up to this water pump. It is a little bit higher than that container. And of course, you got to hook up the water pump to electricity. It requires 1 power, and you can just hook it up to whatever electricity you have. So you do have to have the water pump above your feeding container. So it has to be higher than the feeding container, because the water pump just pumps water up. It only goes against gravity. It doesn't pump down. It just pumps water up. So you need to have this on the very bottom. So here is an example. We'll go ahead and connect this water tank right here with the other one. So now that container is just gravity feeding into this one, but I just wanted to show you kind of how it works. So you have to have your water container lower than the water pump. We're going to go ahead and connect the container now to the pump, and you can see now it's pumping up. So the water pump always pumps water up, and we're going to go ahead and connect to the other side and hit V again. And we're going to connect to our irrigation up top and show you how the auto irrigation works. So the auto irrigation will be automatically fed water, and water's automatically going to be inside of this. We're going to hit G and access it, and you're going to see it's feeding purified water, and it's going to sit there and irrigate all the time for your crops to phase. For example, if we had crops up here, we'll show you our main base where we do our crops, and it's going to automatically irrigate that. And you can hit F as well to hit your target irrigation. I like to keep mine around 60 or 70. That's a good number for us to have. You can also do it different ways, but this is how the water pump works. The water pump pumps water up and only up from your storage container up through the base and to our auto irrigation. Of course, you can pump to whatever you want. If you want to put some barrels on the top so you can do acid, you can pump up to barrels and put them on the top of your base. That's how the water pump works. Just wanted to show you real quick how ours is automatically fed. It is fed from a container as well. You can put a container on the same level as your garden and auto feed your auto irrigation as well. All you have to do is connect a pipe to it, and then you just put pure water inside here, and that will automatically feed your irrigation system and grow your crops for you, like this right here. And we're going to do a complete video on crops and how to grow and how all this is set up. If you're interested, don't forget to subscribe and all that good stuff, and we will have a notification out soon for that. So that's the basis of it all. You get your water pumps, you feed them into your osmosis purifiers or regular purifiers, whichever ones you have, and then you have them going into the storage tanks, and then you could take your storage tanks and feed your water upwards, and that is how the water pumps work. And we wanted to show you guys that. I know a lot of people were asking to see this and what it entailed and how you set it up. Now, how you set it up at your base is completely up to you. However you want, make it your own, but this is how you set up for the most purified water that you can get in this game, and it's automated, completely automated. And that's going to be it for this video. Don't forget, if you like what you see, to like, comment, subscribe, and all that good stuff. Subscribing will get you Once Human videos and guides just like this one. And hopefully, we'll see you next time. Peace.